the challenger, Jesse James Leija out of San Antonio, Texas, 27-0-2 with 13 knockouts, currently rated number 2 by the WBC. Tonight, his second world title shot. The first one he battled to that draw with Azumah Nelson. Perhaps instead of rematch, the word retest is more suitable, since Nelson likes to call himself the professor and always alludes to his opponent as the pupil. The question is, did Jesse James Leija learn from that first test, and did he do his homework in preparation for the retest? Time will tell. And now, here is the champion, 35-year-old three-time world champ, Azumah Nelson from Accra, Ghana, Africa, 36-2-2 with 25 knockouts tonight. His 10th defense of the WBC Super-Featherweight title he's held for over 5 years. The professor, who's had to give Leija a passing grade for his first test, but Azumah simply feels that experience will win out. Further comparing this rematch with Nelson Fenwick 2 in Australia, there was more pressure on Fenwick fighting at home. This fight on neutral ground, not as nerve-wracking perhaps for Leija with the first bout in San Antonio, but again, the edge to Nelson, who's known as the road warrior, fighting just about every match in enemy territory. Let's see how they stack up on paper. To the tail of the tape, Nelson at 35, 8 years older than Leija. Both stand in at 5'5". Leija tipped the scales at 130. Nelson 129.5. Leija with the 4-inch reach advantage. Nelson, incidentally, a little more than an 8-5 favorite. To the WBC rules for this championship bout, 10-point must system, 3 scoring judges, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round. So here at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, getting set for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship, the rematch between Azumah Nelson and Jesse James Leija. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the world's largest hotel, casino, and theme park, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, for Revenge the Rematches, a tremendous night of action coming your way, which features 4 world title rematch main events, and it's all brought to you by Don King Productions and King Vision, in association with SET Pay-Per-View, Corona Beer, and the MGM Grand. At this time, we present the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, the President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Steve Crossan, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dr. Elias Ghanem. Presenting the judges as appointed, Jojo Guerra, Jerry Roth, and Kamel Youssef. Introducing to you the referee in charge of this bout to give instructions after the introductions, Mitch Halpern. All right, fans, here we go with the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World, a rematch scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks and fighting out of and representing the beautiful city of San Antonio, Texas. He weighed in at an even 130 pounds, and he enters the ring with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 2 draws, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the WBC number 2 Super Featherweight contender. Please welcome the classy and undefeated Jesse James Leija. And his opponent across the ring on my right is the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with red trim and hailing from Accra, Ghana. His weight, 129.5 pounds. His record, 37 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Welcome the former WBC featherweight and current WBC Super Featherweight champion of the world. In his 11th defense of his title, he is known as the Mighty Warrior. Introducing the professor of boxing, Azumah Nelson. Once again, your referee in charge, Mitch Halpern, now to give instructions.
I've already given instructions to the dressing room. You want a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. If you have any questions, all right, touch him up. Let's go. Touch him. Come on.
Azumah Nelson looking for the decisive victory. Nelson said, if I don't knock out Leija in the rematch, I'll quit boxing. But in the same breath, he said, I'm not ready to retire. He's got his 3 children from Africa here to see him fight for the first time. David was in the ring holding the belt. Jesse James Leija, undefeated, rated number 2, former NABF featherweight champ, second world title fight. Leija told us he'll do exactly what he did in the first fight. He's quite cognizant that Nelson will try to knock him out. Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12 in the rematch between Nelson and Leija for the WBC super featherweight title.
Azumah said he was going to be very serious at the beginning and try to get a knockout. He's certainly starting that way. Just the first few seconds, he's thrown a couple of very hard punches, which didn't land, but you can see his intentions.
You can see he's trying to apply the pressure real early, and it's not just body pressure, it's mental pressure. Always being in your face, always giving you something to worry about, and sometimes with an overexperienced fighter, he can get to a young man by doing that, but Jesse, I still think he's the goods.
Yeah, Jesse is. If he doesn't win this fight, and there's no reason to believe he wouldn't, but if he doesn't, then he will be the champion sooner or later, because he is excellent as a fighter.
Leija, wearing the black trunks, told us he was never hurt by Nelson in the first fight, saying the strongest fighter he ever fought was Louis Espinoza. Nelson, his 30, pointed out, indicated after the first fight with Leija that during the fight he had a problem with bone chips in his left hand. In fact, he had surgery after the first fight with Leija. You recall after the first fight with Fennick in '91, also a draw, he revealed afterwards he had malaria. So he has redefined the term playing hurt.
Well, I'll tell you what, he just unloaded some pretty decent shots to Jesse's body. Jesse responded well, didn't panic, covered up, threw some counters, but he's trying to get to his body, he's trying to get there early, and Azumah's throwing big punches early.
And I think the key word is what you applied, Bobby, pressure. That's what he wants to show, and that's what he's showing. Boy, is he putting pressure on Leija.
Leija said something very interesting to us yesterday. He says, I never go into a fight to win. I go in to do my best. That's what I preach to the kids. Respect yourself. Most unusual, though, to hear a professional athlete with that philosophy. Could that be construed as a crutch, Bobby? You are still fighting, because if you lose, you could always say, I gave it my best.
Well, Jesse's a unique individual, and he understands that you can only give 100% of what you have, and if you do, you can look in the mirror and you can shave and be happy. Okay, but the problem here is that sometimes people get a mixed message. Certainly, second place in boxing is last place, and I don't know that you ever want to come in last.
And in fairness to Leija, he has never lost.
While that was going on, Leija landed a very crisp and hard right hand right on the jaw of Azumah Nelson. Didn't even shake him, but it was a thing of beauty. Right now, the pressure is all, and the aggressiveness is all Azumah Nelson.
Leija says his legs are much stronger, he's quicker. Maybe he'll apply more pressure at the end. His style very patient. He says he doesn't look for the knockout. As Bobby points out, Leija definitely has the goods, but he's fighting Azumah Nelson, who's one of the all-time greats. Final seconds, round 1. As we head for the bell. One round of the books. Let's check in with Montel Williams.
Hey, thanks a lot, Steve. You know, this show is being viewed in probably over 15 Hispanic-speaking countries. I don't know how many people it is, but I tell you, a guy that's known well over there and over here is Mr. Paul Rodriguez. Thanks for coming here.
Thanks, Montel. Saludos a todas las 21 countries.
21 countries?
21 countries. I counted them.
There you go. All of them. How many people does that represent?
Oh, let's see, about 300 million.
That's good.
That's quite a few.
So now, who are you rooting for during this fight?
Well, you know, I got to go with my blood, you know.
I gotcha.
I think Leija is going to win this one, and then I think Chavez in the 8th, you know.
Uh-oh. Did you put some money down on this?
Hey, I put some pesos down on this. Yeah.
Well, good.
Well, you know, Chavez was born in Culiacan. I was born in Culiacan myself, so I gotta. You
got it. Look, we're going to come back with you a little later on, because you're going to tell us about some stuff that you're working on.
Right.
So let's go back over.